going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, as you can see, I'm going to be fitting a lambda sensor to the car today. Well, not fitting, changing one. Since I've had the car, the engine management light's been on for obvious reasons for the lambda sensor. We plugged it in and it said obviously the lambda sensor fault, but also it said it was an open circuit as well. So didn't think anything of it, reset the code. And then after a bit, obviously the engine management light came on. I thought it might need a spacer, so jacked the car up. For the first one, the first time I jacked the car up, I had a look. There was a spacer already there, so that confused me a little bit. So put the code reader on again. For James used his Opcom, and it said open circuits on the lambda sensor. It's something I've been meaning to get around to do for ages, just to get rid of that engine management light. Because it says open circuit, that tells me there's a break in the wire somewhere. So obviously somewhere on the wire that's on it now, there's a break, which is causing the car to think that it's not plugged in at all. So I'm going to do that today. I've got a new second-hand lambda sensor off the legend, who is Simon Holden. He's a really good breaker of Astra VXRs, you know, in the Midlands area. If you guys ever need any parts, if you're from the Midlands, make sure you hit him up on Facebook. He's an absolute legend. There's very rarely hasn't got a part you need. But yeah, so I'm going to crack on with that now. I'm going to get the car in the air, unplug it, try and get it off. Hopefully it's not stuck. If you know what lambda sensor, I've got a lambda sensor socket, worst comes to worst, but because it's on a spacer, it shouldn't be too bad, I hope. But yeah, we'll get the car in the air now and we'll crack on. Right then, obviously this is the lambda sensor. There's obviously all the lambda sensors there. There's obviously the spacer. Looking at the wire goes up and round here, and sort of I'll show you where the plug is. I just followed the lead. There's a plug there. Simon did say where it was as well, so thank you, mate. But yeah, so it's in the case of, I'm going to give this a squirt, crack it. In fact, I might give that a squirt, let that obviously do its job, and then I'll unplug it first, try and feed the wire through obviously the top of the subframe, which looks where it goes. Hopefully there's enough room to get the wire through. And then once I've plugged it and got the wire out, I can obviously undo it though. So not really a fan of undoing them whilst it's still connected and twisting of the wire. So this makes sense to me. Sorry about the wind, guys, as always. It's always windy when I seem to do videos. Right then, as you can see, there's the wire for the lambda here, and plugs obviously up on the end. I can't really hold this there. I don't think you guys can really see it. Obviously that's where the plug is for the lambda. And obviously it just follows it round over there by the looks of it. But yeah, so it doesn't really look like anything's sort of clipped in. So I'm going to have to do the same and leave it as is, because there's not really much I can do about that. But yeah, I'm going to unplug this now. I've gave that a squirt, so yeah, let's see if I can get it unplugged and get the lead out. Right then, as you can see, I've got it unplugged. It wasn't that bad really, to be fair. Just had to pull the end up, although I think putting it back in to be a bit more of a headache, because I was literally only just got to pull it through, so I've got to try and get it back through again. So yeah, so this has had a bit of a soak now, so I'm going to try and crack it. Hopefully it's not stuck. I'm really praying it's not stuck. But yeah, all this to get the light off. What a nightmare. Right, and the size you're going to need for these is a 22mm. So I'm going to try. Oh my god, yes. Well, that could have been worse. Okay, so we're out. So I'm going to get the other one out of the car now, and we'll compare and make sure they're the right length and stuff like that. The last thing I want to do is start trying to put the other one in the lead, won't reach or something. So yeah. Right, then I've got a next picture of it. This is the one I'm going to be replacing it with. So this is the old one. I have no idea whether the wire's going to be broken. I mean, without stripping the whole lot back, I'm just not going to know, am I? But yeah, so we'll get the new old one put on, and I'll see. Hopefully this cures my issue. I really do. If it doesn't, it means the broken wire is further up from the loom, which is, I don't really want that. I'm hoping it doesn't, but we'll find out. Right then, we're all back together. Lambda sensor's in. I fed it round, obviously where it went before. What I've done as well, I've zip tied, because it was just all hanging around before, the wires and stuff like that for the lambda wire. So I've just sort of zip tied them out of the way now, out of the way from any heat or anything, like, because it was close to, it wasn't close to anything hot, really, I'd say, but didn't like the fact it could just jiggle around. So none of the wires were clipped, nothing was clipped in. So I'll just try and keep it as still as I can. So that's done now. So what I'm going to do, I don't have a code reader with me at the minute to reset it, so I'm going to cheat.
I'm going to cheat for now. I'm just going to disconnect the battery for 10 minutes. And 9 times out of 10, that usually turns the engine management light off. But obviously, it does come back on. If the issue comes back, obviously the light does come back on, and then now I've got the job of trying to chase the wires and try and find a broken wire somewhere up top. I'm hoping it's not that. I really am, because if it is that, I'm going to be gutted, because I don't have a clue about electrics. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, so it'd have to be an auto electrician job, which I don't want. But yeah, so I'm going to get the car back on the ground now, and then I'll disconnect the battery. The light should go off. It's a case of hopefully it doesn't come back on, but I don't know. But yeah, let's do that now. Right then, like I said, I'm going to cheat, so I'm just going to disconnect the battery terminal, undo that, take that off for a bit, just leave it for a bit, and then start the car, and hopefully the light goes off. But if it don't, I'll just James isn't here at the minute, so I don't have his code reader. He's away at the minute, so I can't just give him a call to get him to come round. But I will have to do it. If it still doesn't go off, I'll get him to clear the code, we'll go out for a drive, and then we'll see what happens from there. Well, yeah, all this for a light. So I'm going to disconnect this now, and then leave it for a minute, I suppose. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes now, so I've reconnected the battery, should I say. So let's see if the light's gone off. We shall find out in just a minute. Right, it's gone off for now. But yeah, so it could come back on if the fault's still there, obviously. But obviously I won't know after I took it for like a long drive. It's not a case of just taking up the road. It takes a bit of a while to actually come on. So hopefully it's worked, hopefully. But we'll see. Hey, so thanks for watching. Also, update on the engine bits. The clutch is booked in next week to be done, and then I'm just going to arrange a day to go down to Vinny's and have all the head work done. So obviously I'll keep you guys in the loop as always. Sorry, today's video was something silly. You know me, I like to be completely transparent. If I've got a problem with the car, I won't hide it and fix it and just pretend it's all okay. I'll always like to try and be as transparent as I can with you guys. You know, it's not all, you know, sunshine and rainbows, like I always say. The cars have issues. I'm having a bit of deja vu, so I remember changing the lambda sensors on the Corsa as well, so must be a VXR thing. But yeah, as always guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, it's always appreciated, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one.